Peace, Diehards. What's up? This your boy Rue. I'm here talking to my peoples. Diehard state of mind. We're waiting for State. State is at work, as you know. He got caught up with something, so that's what caused a little bit of the delay. But we should be getting here pretty soon to talk some trade stuff, man. So I really want to talk about this when State Up gets in here, but let's take a look at this. This is what's exciting. I don't know. I don't want to say exciting because I don't want to make it seem like I'm hating on their franchise, but we gotta do it, man. Check it out. Season ticket memberships for the Brooklyn Nets are up on sale now, but who is missing from the picture? Blatantly, because they can't even sell out tickets on for playoff games, man. They have to give away playoff tickets. So Kyrie Irving is not in the picture. I'm gonna put it up again. Kyrie Irving is not in the picture. You got on the right hand side, I forgot this kid's name. Is their rookie? He's pretty good. You got Durant. You got Ben Simmons that didn't play a game for them yet. And this other dude on number 12, he's their shooter that hasn't played all season because he's been hurt. And Kyrie, which is the person they've been fighting for with this whole COVID thing. They waited for him, but they see what a lot of us are seeing too. Like shout out to Sean Marks. He was talking about trying to figure out whether or not the players are committed to what they're committed to. And he said he wanted to get back to doing what he used to do. Basically when he went and got D'Angelo Russell and all those guys that played hard for Kenny Atkinson and stuff like that. He wants to get back to those things. So that's kind of funny to me. Because Kyrie Irving also he was on Twitch playing Grand Theft Auto, I think, and he was talking, his smack, really just like talking to the peasants, because he looks at us as lower life forms. With the way that he talks to fans, when it comes to basketball fans, so he talks to us as if we're lower life forms to him, like he's like this, like being this evolved above regular human beings, that he talks down to us, what I'm saying. So I think it's funny because the New Jersey Nets or the Brooklyn Nets, they might actually get rid of this guy, make a trade if they feel that he doesn't fit what they're trying to do, which is being committed to this thing. Now Ben Simmons could be a part of it as well. He could be the guy that they're referring to, talking about trading a guy that might not be committed to what's going on with the franchise. So it could also be a possibility that both of those guys could be gone from the Brooklyn Nets. So the thing about it, the reason I'm even talking about that is because in the whole grand scheme of the New York landscape and stuff, I think both of those guys need to be out of here. Ben Simmons, it doesn't represent Brooklyn. Kyrie is on his other, he's on another level. He's on a different plane than the rest of us. So I feel like he needs to get traded as well. Get up out of here. He doesn't have no trade clause or things of that nature. So I think these guys need to get up out of here. The connection with the Knicks. Would you trade Kyrie Irving to the Knicks? I think that bridge is burnt already because he already planted those seeds of whether or not he wanted to be with the Knicks or the Nets. He already built that bridge. He burnt it. So I don't think that the Knicks should even be interested in bringing that guy over to play with us. And just for the simple fact that he's just so flaky and just not really committed fully to basketball stuff. Yes, the dude is nice. He's good at basketball. I'm talking about Kyrie here. He's very good at basketball and things of that nature. But I just don't think that he's just like fully committed to just being a basketball guy, fully to winning a championship and just building culture and winning in the New York area, if anything. I think that the Nets should move on from him. Ben Simmons is another thing too, man. He just had back surgery. This whole time that he's been out, they mean to tell me that he didn't have a chance to fix his back. All of a sudden now that he's starting to train again, get ready for game 4 of the playoffs, that he ends up hurting his back, needing surgery. So that this dude might end up pulling the same thing he did this year by taking himself out the entire season and not playing for the Nets. So these are two guys that the Nets probably gonna have to get rid of, man. So the reason why I'm bringing these guys up is just that like listen, both of these guys could have been Knicks, under different regimes. We could have been aggressive and tried to sign Kyrie. We could have tried to do something to bring these guys here. Ben Simmons, we could have been aggressive and trying to get him in here as well. A lot of fans were down with trading Julius Randle and getting Ben Simmons in here to play kind of like a pseudo power forward, pseudo point guard, type of thing for us under Tom Thibodeau because he plays defense and things of that nature. So I mean, both of these guys could literally be on the Knicks right now. But thank God we dodged that bullet. So I'm just killing time here talking about the Nets and stuff. So let's bring State up in here. What's good, State?
Hey, what's up, bro?
Chilling, man. I started the pod talking about these guys here, man. Talking about the whole Brooklyn Nets thing.
Oh, yeah. That was funny. So how I'm taking it is Kyrie's gone. That's how I'm taking it. Because your season ticket holders is the ones that pay the most money. And how you show something like that and you don't show Kyrie? That was really that was interesting.
Yeah. And it's dead too because Ben Simmons is in rumors now. You know what I think the rumors is. I think guys are just going to Fanspo, and the writers are seeing that Fanspo is getting a lot of hits on the Knicks. So then that requires like all these articles to be written, and that's why we're even talking about it now because I just think that it's just Fanspo basically.
Yeah, Jake Fisher writing articles. I mean, hey man, if you want to include the Knicks on your superstitious trades, then go ahead. I'm just saying, like, if that was the Knicks, would they get that same energy? If James Dolan did that, he'll be getting called the worst owner in sports history again, right? Or he'll be getting called the R word, or he'll be getting called a bunch of other words, like a petulant child, what Stephen A. Smith be saying.
Yeah. So is that bridge burned down? I guess I'm saying I'm guessing it is because he was on Twitch talking shit about the Knicks, saying that that he can never say Brooklyn that the Knicks are New York's team. Not that the Nets are there. That he can never say that it's the Knicks town, that type of thing.
I don't know, man. Reading into stuff like that. Let's go back into the recent years. Like, remember when Eric Bledsoe said, "I don't want to be here," and it got deleted.
Yeah,
stuff like that. Or remember when what's this guy name? Remember when Porzingis? Remember when Fizdale? I think it was Fizdale, or he was either Fizdale or he was Steve Mills. Or one of those guys said Porzingis wasn't ready to come back, and then out of nowhere, Porzingis posts the video of him running. I mean, like a photo of him running, and then he deleted it mad fast. So I like when you read into stuff like that, like it's like, and that's in the past years when players are rumored to be traded and stuff like that. Like I start to read into those things. Like you gotta, hey, somebody somebody got to answer to somebody, because if that's like I'll give you an example. That's like the end of the season of the Knicks. The season ticket holders get a Knick picture and it has Randall on it, but it don't have RJ on it.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, it don't make no sense. Like, how could you, like if the Knicks did, because I mean, and also too, the playoffs are still here, and they're already talking about get season tickets and stuff like that. So I mean, the Knicks haven't even done it yet. They haven't even done their season ticket thing yet.
No, they won't do that. And it's a good reason why they won't do it. And I thank God that they won't do it, because some of these dudes won't be on the goddamn team next season. Is what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping we don't stay complacent, because they all this. What? Go ahead. Keep this guy. Keep for what? What? I don't want to see the same thing from last season going into next season. I don't want to have the same debates with you, bro. I don't want to sit here next season with you and we're having arguments about why is Tibbs offense so trash?
Right.
Because it is. Why are we even getting on the players anymore? I'm not getting on the players next season. I don't want to hear that. Tibbs, you got multiple years to get this shit right. So now it's on his shoulders.
So what about like players like because we're talking about other teams now, so like we're starting with Brooklyn Nets and stuff. So like I said, I think Ben Simmons and Kyrie are just off our radar. But let's say like Donovan Mitchell, I literally think Donovan Mitchell is going to go to Miami. I think that's like a done deal. because just right on paper they got what's the kid over there they always compare to RJ in Miami.
Tyler Hero.
Yeah, Tyler Hero, you could put him in a package, any kind of package you could think of. Put Tyler Hero in a package for Donovan Mitchell, and it works.
I mean, if you want to go to South Beach and not make it to the finals once he's in South Beach, be my guest. He still got to go
But
through the Knicks. So I
yo,
could care
listen,
less if he want. Listen, if he want to go to Miami and he want to be with a 34-year-old Jimmy Butler and he's dead smacked in his prime, go ahead. Go ahead.
yeah, but you got to talk about this guy Pat Riley. Pat Riley's been able to revamp rosters like on the fly. He's done it so many times, man. He did it when he first got there with the whole Tim Hardaway, Alonzo Mourning thing, and then fast forward a few years later, he got Dwayne Wade in there, Antoine Walker and Shaq out of all people, and they won a championship over there. Then he went and got LeBron and Bosh and shit. So you can't underestimate Donovan Mitchell because if he does make a trade for Donovan Mitchell, best believe somebody else is coming too.
Because after you trade for Donovan Mitchell, he's not going to have no more assets. So I'm not worried about that. One, two. You know why I got a little. You know what it is? I got a little confidence, right? Like I got a little arrogance because I remember growing up and watching the Knicks rosters after seasons and looking at it, and I'm like, yo, there ain't no hope. And now you look at the end of the season, and you're like, all right, we got something to work with here. It's not like everything is all bad. I mean, Tibbs is dirt. Tibbs is dirt. He's trash. He's trash. But we got some pieces to work with. It's not like 2010. You know what I'm saying? You traded for T-Mac and stuff like that. It's not the same. It's like it's a little different this summer. The only thing is, we just gotta build the ship the right way, man. Keep away from all the antics and stuff like that. Because what the Nets is going through is some of what people wanted the Knicks to go through. That's what people wanted. You wanted stars. That's what people want. People look, me and you, I fight against that star trade crap.
Yeah.
People want stars. You've seen every team that was bought this past few years, none of them in the playoffs right now. Every team in the playoffs is teams that have homegrown talent and they've grown their stars. So,
listen, man, you're talking about getting like the number one seed or a top 4 seed so we could trade that pick to get Donovan Mitchell. We were talking about that. That's the only way we get Donovan Mitchell. Because in order to get Donovan Mitchell, RJ got to be in that trade, and nobody wants to do that.
I'm good.
You know what I'm saying? And then we're not trading Julius Randle for Donovan Mitchell too. I don't think that's gonna work.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
That's not possible. Like I always said to you, I come to the table with Julius Randle and the number 1 overall pick, and then we could talk. But I don't know after that.
Yeah,
I don't know after that.
But even Julius Randle and a number 11 pick, that's still enticing to get somebody. But for Donovan Mitchell, I'm not sure if that's the right move for us to do. It could be, man. But we still would need to get that next player. We still would need to get that next player, to get in the mix of that.
That's a fact.
But like I'm saying, if they make that trade, because I mean Tyler Hero is basically like a bench player for them. They've been starting other guys for Tyler Hero. So if they trade Tyler Hero, and get Donovan Mitchell started, they still have plenty of guys to play that bench role coming off the bench stuff.
Who's the plenty of guys?
Well, you gotta pull up the Miami Heat roster, man. They let me get that up here.
So I just gave you an example, right? I literally just watched a playoff game, and I'm watching just homegrown people got their homegrown all-stars on the court with Giannis with the Bucks, with Tatum and those guys with the Celtics. It's like none of these teams is bought. They're homegrown. You add pieces there and here and there, but look at Miami. Donovan Mitchell trade. Let's put it up there and let me see the end roster result after the Donovan Mitchell trade, so I can tell you how they got worse. Because they're gonna get to the playoffs. You're gonna get to the playoffs, but who else you gonna get after you trade everything for him?
Well, it's not going to be a lot though, because this guy Tyler Hero, he makes $5 million. Is he for a contract extension?
Yeah, put him up there.
You got Donovan Mitchell. Not Donovan. Duncan Robinson is there as well. So
Keep
you can put
going.
both those guys there.
Keep going.
Trade Tyler Hero. So what's that? That's 22 million. How much does Donovan Mitchell make? He makes 30. It's not really a lot of money. So I mean they can
Nah,
stick another player in there.
I need more. I need more. What? Nobody want Gabe Vincent.
No.
Colin Martin.
Yeah, but yeah, nobody wants them. But Caleb Martin, Gabe Vincent, and Max Struss, those guys are holding the Miami Heat down right now. Actually, I think two of those guys are starting, right? And then they also got this guy too in the mix. What's the guy? The one that was hurt all year. What's his name? Oladipo. They got Oladipo still with
Victor
Miami.
Oladipo. Yeah, they still do. Definitely got Victor Oladipo there. I mean, if they want to buy, if they want to see if they could buy their way to a championship, go ahead. But 30. How old is Jimmy Butler? He about to be what? 34. I'm not
Well, he's
32.
32. He's 32.
32. He about to be 33. Bam out of bio. I'm not scared of Bam. He's whatever with him. Kyle Lowry, he gonna be 30. I'm not scared of those dudes, bro. I'm not.
Yeah, but
My
like
team
I'm
is.
saying, you can't dismiss Pat Riley because I mean Jimmy Butler could be gone. So could Kyle Lowry. Both of these guys could be gone. If they get Donovan Mitchell here, they could just replace those other guys a different way.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if that's how you do business. I don't know.
But you want the Knicks to do business that way.
Who me? The
Yeah.
Knicks are in a different situation. It's not the
How do
same.
the Knicks get Donovan Mitchell though?
How we could get? They got to decide that they want to basically rebuild, or they can retool on the fly. Because if I'm giving you if I'm coming to the table, I hate talking about this Donovan Mitchell trade. Because watch me go and talk about it, and give it all this energy, and watch me don't get him anywhere. And I'm gonna be happy because I'm all about this. I'm all about homegrown talent. So Julius Randle, damn, the
You got
number
Fournier.
the
You know
number one
Fournier.
overall pick. That because that's respectable. Like I can't a top three pick. I'm not gonna say number one overall, top three pick.
Well, that's also wishing there. So I mean, if we get our normal pick, the 11th pick, that's still decent. So I mean, Fournier and 11th pick,
Hell
and
no, not for no Donovan Mitchell. Nah, not for no Donovan. You gotta get in that scenario. That's when I walk away because that's when you have to give up. You only get to the table if you talk RJ Barrett. You don't have no assets. What do you? You
right.
don't have no assets. You don't have
So
nothing.
the Miami Heat has assets though, because they have Tyler Hero to play with. They got a few players there that they can play with.
I don't. I don't. I mean, I guess they can have them. I mean, I'm not. I'm not arguing against you. If they want it, they can take them. I'm good. I don't. You see all the board teams getting taken out early. Expectations is killing them. You don't have a lot of homegrown. By all means, Miami. If y'all want them, y'all can have them. Y'all can have them. I'm not. I'm. Listen. I'm not giving them. I'm not giving them. I'm not giving them. What's the name?
Well,
I'm not.
listen, homegrown talent is the way to go. But I mean, we don't have nobody that we can that's good enough to trade for Donovan Mitchell anyway. So homegrown talent, but we don't have no talent worthy enough to trade for somebody like that. And how long are we going to be developing our players if we're talking about homegrown talent?
It's no
And
more.
with the coach like Tibbs is not going to play our guys.
I don't believe in so that so the word development right now, as it stands right now, like I don't think we should. We can't even use that word for most of those boys anymore because most of our boys is in their fourth year, fifth year,
Second kid. Some of
second
these guys
year.
got two kids and shit.
These dudes is grown now. They grown. That label gets ripped off next season. They got to produce. But I'm not. I'm not. I believe in them, so I think they'll produce. But I'm saying to get a guy like Donovan Mitchell, I'm not trying to bring him into a team that has nobody. That's just me
Right.
personally. Like, why would you want to bring this man to a team that has nobody?
Yeah. So I mean, the Knicks are just out of that sweepstakes altogether. So I mean, like, okay, let's look at some other guys too, because I mean, Westbrook is back in the mix. So what do you think about the whole Westbrook thing?
Um, I first thought no, but yeah, It's tough. The first thought, no, but I respect Russell Westbrook. I respect what he's done over his career. Like, what is the context behind this trade? Like, are you trying to, you're trying to get salary so you can have at least 43 million to play with in the um 2023 free agency? Like, is that your plan? Is that your goal to get Russell Westbrook?
Well, I mean, Russell Westbrook is he still can give you. Well, last year he did 18, 7 and 7, so he still can give you some type of production, And at the same time, you can consolidate some of these bigger contracts here, add them on there to get that 47 million, and then you'll be able to use some of these young guys that we have on the roster and let them play actually, because I mean, Kemba Walker, you could throw him in there. I'll do the trade here. You got Kemba Walker, you could throw him in there to the Lakers, right? Nobody wants Alec Burks, right? So Alec Burks can go, right? Or just start with this dude Evan Fournier because maybe LeBron wants Evan Fournier, right? So I mean, with just those two guys alone, you're talking about 27 million. Now what? Add Nerlens Noel, or maybe a re-signed Mitch Robinson, you know.
No, I'm
Who else?
nervous. They were trying to give me 44 million.
All right, I mean, listen, we can let them get New Orleans. Now you have it's 36 million to let me get this guy here, 36 million to 47. You know,
Jesus.
and then throw Alec Burks there, and maybe send them a first round pick or maybe a couple second round picks or whatever the fuck. And look, that's an even trade there.
Imagine a team with Russell Westbrook and Julius Randle the same starting five.
Yeah.
I'm good.
I mean, it comes down to how you want to play. After we make this trade, like Russell Westbrook will be a stopgap because now you're counting on these young guys because these guys are gonna play now because after we traded all these veterans away hypothetically, now these guys are springboarded into the rotation. So the young guys are going to be playing. So everyone gets their wish. Russell Westbrook will be here for a stopgap. Salary cap comes off.
I get half the wish. I don't get the whole wish though. That's the scary part. I don't want to watch 30 with Russell Westbrook. I'm good. I don't even want to. I probably don't even want to watch him with Brunson because I don't want nobody. I don't want my point guards to be corner hustlers. That's the main thing. Like I don't want my point guard standing in the corner. I want to create offense. I'm so over the whole point forward experiment. Like I'm point forward up. Like I'm good. Can we get back to? I want some modern offense a little bit.
All right. So listen, Julius Randle, right? He plays a certain way because I guess the respect factor. There's certain things he don't respect. We was talking about that on the Step Show. Derrick Rose is one guy. Reggie Bullock is another guy he respected. So he played a certain way when he had those guys on the roster. So I mean, with Russell Westbrook there, what I'm saying? He's going to demand, having the ball in his hand. So Julius Randle wouldn't mind giving the ball to Russell Westbrook because he's Russell Westbrook. So maybe the offense will be different just for the simple fact alone that Russell Westbrook is on the roster.
I can't even. I mean, Thibodeau is there too. I don't know, bro. I don't know. The coach makes it so hard for me to try to even love a team like that.
Well, I'm saying, look at the screen, man. Alec Burke is not on the team. Evan Fournier is not on the team. Kemba Walker is not on the team. All the guys that you complain about all the time, they're not on the team anymore. So I mean, it'll be Russell Westbrook, Julius Randle will be in the starting lineup. Mitchell Robinson, you want to pay him, right? So he's going to be there. Cam Reddish got to be the small forward, and RJ's the shooting guard. All the guys that you want to play is going to be playing still.
I'm good.
It's just that Russell Westbrook is going to be the point guard.
Nah, I don't want a team like that. Nah, that's not even a good shoot. That team can't shoot for. Oh my goodness.
Well, only because Russell Westbrook's there, they can't shoot.
Russ, RJ, Randall, Reddish, Mitch. Do you want to build a house? Spacing, modern offense. How are they spacing the floor? Ew, I don't never want to watch that.
But listen, man, like Alec Burks is not there, Nerlens Noel's not there, Evan Fournier's not there, and Kemba Walker's not there. So all these guys that you've been complaining all year that you don't want these guys on the roster, they're not on the roster no more. So now you think we get worse because Russell Westbrook is the point guard?
It's not a good fit. Russ and Randall is not a good fit. I'm sorry. It's not. I don't see the fit in that. With Reddish and RJ, where's the shooters? Nah. Nah. With
You
Mitchell,
traded the shooters. You don't want the shooters. You don't want Alec Burks. You don't want Evan Fournier.
stop
And
playing.
and the shooters, you're believing in Quentin Grimes, right? Quentin Grimes is your guy. He's still on the roster. Quickly's there. Cam is there. All these guys are going to be playing. All the guys you've been begging to put to get the minutes, they're going to be playing. Miles McBride is going to be coming off the bench. All these guys are going to be playing. Everybody that you want to play is going to be playing.
Nah.
So where's the shooting?
If that's the trade,
Quentin Grimes is going to be the shooter.
If that's the trade, I'm walking away. If they want Randall, Noel, and Burks for Westbrook, shout outs to Brick Nation. All right, cool. We could do that. But nah. I cannot see Russ and Randall want to punch Russ in the head. Yo, what? I could.
Yeah, but Julius Randle wants to punch Fournier in the head. He wants to punch everybody in the head. He had an imploding season last year.
Nah, I'm good. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. You gotta ask me in a couple weeks, man. My love for that dude, man, it's lost right now. You gotta talk to me in a couple weeks. I don't have.
All right, so listen. All right. You want to get rid of Julius Randle? Okay.
But I don't. Russ, man, that's talent. You get to see the kid. I just don't see the fit. It's not a good fit. Remove Mitch. Can you give me a big that could shoot the three? Randall.
So you need a big that can shoot the three?
Hell yeah! You need somebody who can space the floor. That team.
But Julius Randle doesn't even play in the post. Julius Randle is a shooter.
Hell no! He proved that last season he can't shoot. Nah, he can shoot, but he proved that hell no. Obi shot 14% less than Julius. Obi shot 14% from three at one point in the season. Then got hot after All-Star break and is now tied with 30 in 3-point percentage from last season. How is that possible? These dudes can what? You need some shooters. If you try to make it work, let's go on. We're gonna have to make it work. But make it
so okay, let's get some shooters. So how do you get shooters? Let's say they make the trade, that the same trade I just had up. Right. Let's say they make that trade and we got Westbrook and Julius Randle. You say we need shooters, so who do we get then? Because you traded away two shooters. You traded away Burks and Fournier. Two shooters we traded away. So what shooters do we bring in here? Let's say if we make that trade for Westbrook. So we need shooters. So then who do we get? Do we get that player through the draft? Do we sign mid-level guys to like a shooter from the mid-level extension, something like that?
There's some mid-level guys out there, but I gotta see all of this. It's great hypotheticals. I just need to know. I would have a better gauge on the Russell Westbrook trade, honestly, if I knew where our lottery pick is at. That's the thing that is.
Listen, our lottery pick is 11. Our lottery pick is 11.
Lakers had 11. They got 4. I gotta have some hope, bro.
But I mean, listen, that's just hope. Like you can't bank the whole thing on just that on luck. You know what I'm saying?
I gotta do it right now, though. We've been unlucky for 21 years.
But you can't start with luck. You can't say, "Oh, the Knicks are gonna get the number 1 pick." But statistically, we're gonna get the 11th pick. So we can't say we're gonna get the number 1 pick if statistically 2%, there's 2% chance of us getting the number 1 pick. So that the highest chance for us getting 11th pick is the most possible scenario. So you got to think about we're going to get the 11th pick until the lottery comes and it says otherwise.
We'll see. I just don't never want to watch a random. Nah, hell, RJ, but these dudes, nah, nah. With Tibbs, nah.
So listen, this works better.
I like Russ too, man. Russ is a guy. Russ and RJ. To have a functional team with Russ, your center has to be able to space the floor. Of course, your power forward has to be able to space the floor. Everybody around that man has to be able to space the floor, and your coach got to be able to rein him in. Do I think Tibbs could rein him in? Probably can, but. Oh God, and we still capped out, so we'll be able to only give out a mid-level exemption, I believe.
Right.
So this is where you got to bank on Quentin Grimes' development.
But
RJ,
that's what you want, though. You want these guys to play. You say you want the vets to go, and you want the young boys to play. So I mean, making that trade that I put up before, all the young boys get in position to play. So I mean, this scenario, you give away Julius Randle, Nerlens Noel, and Alex Burks for Russ Westbrook. Okay, the money works. So I mean, does this situation work a little bit better? Because now you're talking about Obi Toppin is the power forward. Cam Reddish is small. Either Cam Reddish or Fournier is going to be small forward, shooter guard, whatever. RJ is going to be there. Who's your point guard? Well, Westbrook is the point guard, and then I guess you say you want to sign a shooter at center.
yeah, sign a floor spacing big. You might as well, and that, you might as well let Mitch walk. You might as
So
well
then
let,
I
you
mean,
might as
if
well let
you
him
if
walk.
you're talking about
Matter of
floor
fact,
spacing big,
you probably wouldn't even need to let Mitch walk. But you still need a floor spacing big. Or you could just go extra. You could go small. But will Tibbs go small where he changes philosophies a little bit? That
well,
no, you
floor
say
spacing
no.
big, floor spacing big. Who are those guys?
You gotta pull up the joint with free agents. You gotta pull up the 2023, the 2022 free agency list. Center bigs. The only person off the top of my brain that's free agents is Mo Bamba and Jalen Smith. Detroit said they was going to re-sign Marvin Bagley the third. You gotta get a floor spacing big. You gotta make it make sense. The problem with the Knicks is they never had starting fives that make sense. RJ Barrett, Evan Fournier with Alec Burks, Julius Randle, Mitchell Robinson. That does not make sense. It never made sense when you put them out there. It doesn't make sense to me now. You got to every like Russ, Quentin Grimes, RJ, shooter, floor spacing big, who could also protect the rim. That sounds like a team that could win some games. But
A floor spacing big, they can block shots, right?
yeah, but that's difficult to see. Now that's hard to find.
That's what I'm trying to say. Where's that guy? You're talking about somebody that they probably don't exist in the NBA.
So wow, we want to do hypotheticals.
Yeah, that's what it's
This
about.
is why
There's no NBA right now, so we got to talk hypotheticals.
this is why the lottery is just so important to me this season, man. Because you can, the Knicks could get the fourth pick. You could trade you could do that same trade that you said, and you could draft a guy like now you could draft a guy like Jalen Smith. You know what I'm saying? Like now you could draft a guy like Jalen Smith. All right, he's a shooter. I know he can shoot coming out of college. He can shoot threes for sure. I know he can space the floor. But I know he got other deficiencies. Cool, but okay, that sounds cool, right? Like you got Russ, Quentin Grimes, RJ, Smith. Oh,
Well, listen, you see the screen here. The screen has all the free agent census for next year. I'm not sure if this is completely accurate, but this is all the free agent census here. The only people here that I see here, Serge Ibaka, he's old, right?
oh,
Mo Bamba, he's probably going to be too much for us. And then the only person that I could see that we can sign according to what's here is freaking
Georgie
what's the
Day.
name? Yeah, Georgie Dang.
Hey, he's a Tibbs guy. I hated him, dog. I hated him because he's thinking the same guy. I hated him.
But I mean, that's the guy you're talking about. You said we need a big that can shoot the three and block shots. That's Georgie
Oh,
Dang. That's the only person that's available.
please, God, get my Knicks a top four pick, please. Please, God.
They got Isaiah Hardison. He's pretty good.
Oh,
Hardison,
I
he's pretty good. But I mean, who are we talking about here? Who else do we can add
Luke
here?
Cornett.
DeMarcus Cousins.
DeMarcus Cousins, nah. DeMarcus Cousins, he needs to stay where he's at.
Luke Cornett. You want to bring Luke Cornett back?
Hell no.
He's probably the best 3-point shooting big in the NBA right now.
Look at this free agency. Oh my God, this free agency list is so bad, bro. Please give my Knicks a top four pick. I don't want none of
Nurkic. You
these
want to bring
guys.
Nurkic in
Thomas
here? You don't
Bryant.
like Nurkic?
I don't like Nurkic. He don't space the floor. Thomas Bryant, he plays soft. Mo, I believe in him. Mo, I believe in. Mo, I think he's gonna be the hit out of this group. But the rest of these guys, I'm looking at scrolling down. Do I want to watch Georgie Dang? No, resign Mitch for all of that. I don't even care if he can't shoot. I do not want Georgie Dang as my starting center. Who do you want? Dwayne Dedman? Hell no. That's a guy Tibbs will want. Y'all just Tibbs. No, who you want? Bismack Biombo? Hell no. Isaiah Harnstein, man, resign Mitch. I don't want to see no guy named Isaiah Harnstein. Hell no. Devontae, man, hell no. Moses Brown, hell no. Jay Huff, hell no. I don't want Luka Garza, hell no. What we talking about here, dog? Who we want to? I only seen two guys, two that fit
Well,
profile.
you're the guy that wants the 3-point shooting big though.
I'm just saying in context of Russell Westbrook, you goddamn right, you gotta get him space. He gotta get space going downhill. Him and RJ. If you're gonna have Russ as your point guard, you in context, you would want a big who could shoot the three.
So what happened to rim running bigs? Those are not valuable anymore.
You seeing rim running bigs getting played in the playoffs in the fourth quarter? Hell no, not like that, brother. They get played.
But the argument that there was a big argument with Mitchell Robinson. I was saying that he was trash, but you were saying the value of having the a rim running big is has some kind of value. That whole thing with Mitchell Robinson.
It has a rim running big has more regular season value than postseason value in today's NBA. Bigs who can't shoot, specifically bigs who can't shoot. You can be a rim running big and you probably could shoot the ball, right? But you got to be able in today's NBA to play in the fourth down the stretch. You got to be able to space the floor. Period. What happened today, for example, I'm giving you an example. I'm watching the Boston and the Bucks game, right? And you see Giannis get the ball at the top of the key. Money. He makes it. That's the reason why they won the game. And then Marcus Smart makes two mistakes. You gotta have bigs who can space the floor, bro. That is important. If you want to play at the end in fourth quarters in today's game in these playoffs, you gotta be able to space the floor. A lot of teams is going small in the fourth, bro. They're not playing 7-footers in the fourth like that. I mean, Beat is cool, but you see what's going on with Philly? It don't look too good over there, champ.
Okay, but I'm saying if we was to make the original trade, get rid of those veterans and whatever. If you're saying that the teams play small, then Obi and Julius Randle is the guys then.
That's a fact.
If you're gonna play small, Julius Randle and Obi would be the guys, and you stick Russell Westbrook in there with them, and then there you go. There goes your 3-point shooting bigs.
We could be logical. Our coach can't be logical. That's the problem. So I agree with you when you can say, okay, that's kind of like a small ball line. But at the same time, our coach will not do that. He will not do that, bro.
Well, our coach is not going to do anything that we're thinking about. Our coach is, so I mean, that conversation is just going to kill everything that we have to say. Because I mean, Tom Thibodeau's not going to do anything logical. Period.
But he has a chance to surprise us, though, right? He has a chance to prove us wrong, right? He proved us. He proved a lot of people right last season, and he proved a lot of people wrong last season, and even the season before that. So can he do it again? Who knows? But you can't have it. You can't. Your only winning season can't be in a season like that in 2020.
Right.
Because now you fluke. You're a fluke. You fluke.
But listen, the reason why I keep badgering you about the Westbrook trade, because that Westbrook trade that I first initially posted, because the Lakers want to get rid of that. They wanted to get maybe change the salary around a little bit, get some other players there. They want to get another coach there, so they want to do a quick revamp. Add some extra talent in there, or whatever. Maybe they could steal, what's the name? And maybe they could steal a player some kind of way if they can get some salary chopped off the roster. So I mean, that's what the Lakers are thinking. The Knicks, on the other hand, we're trying to get rid of all these veterans that we don't want on the roster to let the young guys play. So I mean, trading for Westbrook does that for us. You know,
Yes.
it does it does all that for us. It gets rid of all the veterans that we don't want, and there you go.
But you always somebody got to play devil's advocate. It's always the people that say, "Oh, what about Russ can't shoot? Can they make it work?" I'm For me, at the end of the day, like I told you earlier, like I'm not getting on the players next season. I'm getting on the coach.
Right.
I'm getting on Leon Rose because I've been talking about the players for like 2 years straight now, right? Under the same regime, under with this same coach. So now it comes to a point where, you know, you you're seeing these players and they're improving by themselves, but you're seeing the coach make idiotic mistakes, and you're seeing your GM make idiotic mistakes, like signing. And don't get me wrong, like Evan Fournier, yeah, he broke Stark's record. That was cute and all, but that's your reward after getting the fourth seed. That's a bad move. Resigning Burks and all of those guys after you get the fourth seed, you got to do better than that. And
Yeah,
then you miss the playoffs entirely.
yeah.
Come on, Leon.
We got to do better than that too, but we got to figure out a way to get talent on this roster some kind of way. Because I mean, like it's just like we can't like pray for free agents to get here. We have to maneuver a certain way to get guys here. And the players that don't mind coming here, we just got to be thankful that they want to be here. A guy like Burks has been around the league. He averaged like double figures plenty of times throughout his career. So this is the scrap heap that we're pulling from. Last year we had Reggie Bullock. This year we upgraded Reggie Bullock. We got a guy like Fournier. Fournier actually wanted to be here. Fournier's not trash. Fournier's
He's not.
a decent career up until this point.
He's not.
It's just that once he gets here, everybody makes it seem like he's like the worst player, man. But I mean, we got to get talent on this roster some kind of way. We can't just put RJ out there by himself and hope that he can become some kind of super all-star. We have to get talent here. I got the NBA standings here. You got the Miami Heat, Celtics, Bucks, 76ers. The Bucks didn't win the championship until they got Drew Holiday there. They already had Middleton. They got Drew Holiday. The 76ers, they still went and got Harden. They went and traded for Harden, but they already got Embiid. They got a couple other guys, Tobias Harris and Maxey. They got plenty of guys, but they still added Harden to the mix. The Celtics, they have their two guys, but they still made a trade to try to get that extra player that they had. They added the dude from San Antonio, whatever. They still have to add more talent to the roster, to get better. You have to continue to do that. But it's just when the Knicks that if there's a way to get talent here, it's just like there's always a resistance. Like, nah, we can't get that guy. If we get this guy, then we got to get this. Like you're saying with Westbrook, we need we need to get a 3-point shooting big that don't exist. We got to get something that don't exist in order to make it work. But other teams, they would trade for Russell Westbrook and then they would just make it work. The talent is the talent. The Bulls is one guy. They went and got DeRozan and Levine. Nobody thought that was going to work, but look at them.
They got Vujacic who shoots threes. They got a big who shoot threes. Raptors got a big who shoot threes. The Nets play small. They got.
Would you trade for Vucevic?
Hell no.
That's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to say. Would you trade for Vucevic? Hell no. Before the season started, would you trade it for DeRozan? You were saying no. You were saying no. You don't want DeRozan on the Knicks
because DeRozan he's another guy who. Why you think they got Vujacic? He spaces the floor.
Vujacic is already there though. Vujacic is already there.
Yeah, but that's all a part of the plan. That's all a part of the plan. These teams be making moves and they already got the plan in place. The situation is already in place. You can't have just one plan. The problem with the Knicks, and even in the past, is they'll do one plan and don't have a plan after that initial plan. So, like right now, okay, you talking about get Russ. No, we both talking about get Russ. The argument for getting Russ, you get the kids playing time. The argument against getting Russ, I don't know if that argument is really strong enough, but I mean, because you don't like Russ or Russ, you don't like his play style, you think Russ is a ball, you think Russ will affect RJ's usage, you think this, that, and third. I mean, cool. You can have your doubts. But the plan after that is what I'm scared of, Eru. So you go get Russ. You trying to get somebody in 2023 free agency? Like who's the 2023 free agents that you really want? I only seen three guys on that list that I would love. Only three, and
Who are those
those
three?
are Draymond, right? But he's not getting paid the bag. You get what I'm saying? Draymond is a culture guy. That's a guy who coming. That's one of those guys you need. Draymond is going to be such an elite, like like he's going to be such an elite vet. I don't know if he's going to retire a Warrior, but if he ever decides to leave and somebody wants to, like, I love Draymond. I love his leadership. I love everything about Draymond. The second guy is Andrew Wiggins, but I'm damn sure not paying Wiggins no 30 million where he getting paid now. So, and the third guy is Bradley Beal. So is Bradley Beal on your radar? Um, like
Well, not
what's
anymore because Bradley Beal thinks that he's worth like he wants to be like the highest paid player.
I don't know.
He's not gonna take less than top dollar. Bradley Beal.
Well, he could top dollar his ass and stay where he
See,
at.
that's the thing. That's why I'm barraging you about the Westbrook trade because Westbrook, is Westbrook, right? But I mean, you have an opportunity to potentially get Westbrook and maybe look at the opportunity to get a Beal and stuff like that. But you don't want to pay Beal, and you don't want to pay Wiggins, and you don't want to pay Draymond. So I mean, how are we getting better?
Yo, I will pay Draymond, I will pay Wiggins, and I will pay Bill. I'm just not giving Bill that stupid max he probably will want. I'm giving him less than that. Wiggins is probably worth like 20 million right now. He can defend. And RJ Wiggins connection, the Canadian connection. That's another thing. And
Okay.
Wiggins always had praise for Tom Thibodeau. And it's I mean, hey, the dots are connecting a little bit. But the Draymond thing is for me is just a tone setter, a culture setter. Um, and the third guy, Bradley Bill. Bradley Bill is interesting because he only came to mind to me because he's a guy that when you need to get a bucket, he's gonna get you a bucket. So when the game is breaking down in like a playoff situation, and RJ got the ball, he'll give the ball up to Bradley Bill. I think I could trust Bill to go get me a bucket. Do I know if Bill is clutch personally? Not really. I have to go back and watch a lot of Bradley Bill highlights, but those are the three. Like it's always a plan after the plan. Like, what's your plan after trading for Russ? Are you going to you like
That's the plan, though. If we trade for Russ, right? Russ is here, and the whole real purpose of getting him is to clear some of these guys off the cap. Especially Fournier. Fournier is I think he signed like a 4-year contract, right? So his money's gonna be stuck on the book. So if you put him in this Russell Westbrook trade, then that gives you the opportunity to have a conversation about signing Bradley Beal in 2 years.
can look. Will it ever be a chance that a future? Well, I've seen future Hall of Famers do it in the past, but will it ever be a chance with certain guys right now who's in the NBA who's future Hall of Famers? And I know Bradley Bill is a horrible defender, Sherman. I know. Would come off the bench for a team. You think, or you think these guys, or you think those guys is wired like the guys from like the '90s, like the Russell Westbrooks. I know Kemba Walker would do it like past All Stars. Would they be willing to come off the bench like Kevin Love? That's the thing. Like if guys,
Bradley Bill's gonna sign
no,
here and
no,
come
no,
off the
no,
bench.
no. Bradley
Ooh.
Bill would start. Well, I'm saying with well, Russ made mad money in his career. Will he take a vet? Will he take a vet minimum to
Well,
go?
I think he would because I mean Russell Westbrook. How old is he now? Russell Westbrook is what is he? 33. He's 33. So I mean, he's not good right now. He's commanding 40 something million, $47 million by himself. So I mean, his next contract, he's not making 47 million.
He's made damn near 400 plus million in his career. Would he take a vet? And this is just crazy talk for me. But oh my god, I can't believe what I'm about to say. But would he take a vet minimum to come off the bench? Right. But so that means that the guy that started ahead of him at point guard, he got to be nice. You gonna say he gotta be Jordan Poole nice. Like he can't be right. Look, he gotta be nice. I really love Jordan Poole's game, by the way, but he gotta be nice. Is quickly gonna be? Does he become so nice that Russ can say, "All right, I'll take a vet minimum. I'll come off the bench as the backup point guard," but then at the same time, he say, "Yo, Bill, yo, what's up, man? Yo, pull up to the Knicks, man. I's here. You got RJ there, RJ, Russ, because Russ is like a y'all love Russ. People call him a stat pattern. You can call him whatever you want. I understand, like, why you would call him a stat pattern, but I love Russ and I love the way he's rah rah. You know what I'm saying? Like, where he gassed the kids, like people like RJ and the other guys. Where he tell those guys, "Yo, man, y'all nice, man. Y'all bugging." Letting these teams come in here, you know what I'm saying? Like it'll be uplifting. Can he do that? I think he can, man. But we'll see. We'll see. Can he get Bradley Beal to come over here? Can he take a vet minimum to come off the bench? Is his ego too big for that? And now you got Bradley Beal, Russ, you got RJ.
Well, I think taking the league minimum for Russell Westbrook, he still could play. So I don't think he's going to take no league minimum to just to stay with the Knicks. He's going to want what Rose got. Rose got $14 million to be an old man on the bench and don't play. So Russell Westbrook, he's going to take 14, 14, 12, $10 million. He'll take. He ain't taking the league minimum.
He'll take the MLE. I've seen a lot of vets, Hall of Fame vets in the past couple of years take, for winning purposes, take vet minimums. Even Melo Melo took a vet minimum.
But Melo deserved to take that vet minimum.
Huh?
Melo deserved to take that.
Hell no.
Yeah, after he left the Knicks, he wasn't the same guy.
He still shouldn't. He was still Melo though. He could still play. People said like he couldn't play. That's where the disrespect came from.
No, it's not about that he can't play, but he's not worth $40 million or $30 million or whatever he was making with the Knicks. He's not worth that.
He's not
worth top dollar anymore.
He's not, but we know he's not worth a vet minimum. We know that.
But Russell Westbrook is not. Why does he have to take the veteran minimum next year?
Who's going to pay him? That's one.
You are bugged out, man. You want everybody to come in here on some food stamps. You want to pay these guys food stamps to play for the Knicks, and the Knicks ain't shit.
So they got to get their aura right. People take vet minimums to play for every other team but the Knicks. We got to get our aura right.
They'll take a vet minimum to play with LeBron and to play with Chris Bosh and to play with Dwayne Wade. They'll take Ray Allen took the minimum to play with those guys. Mm-hmm. Westbrook ain't taking the minimum to play with Julius Randle and quickly.
Didn't I say RJ Barrett is a future Hall of Famer, man? Why we gotta do this? why we gotta shit ourselves, man?
Well, listen, I put Westbrook with the Sherman comment here because he's talking about Westbrook is not a point guard, blah blah blah. But then he brings John Wall into the equation. So I mean, I have these guys on the what do you call the thumbnail for the thing. So you see Donovan Mitchell with the Heat. We talked about that. Russell Westbrook we talked about in New York. So let's talk about John Wall. Would you bring John Wall in here? Because it's basically the same situation, but John Wall could shoot a little bit, and he could pass. He makes guys better around him.
I don't like his leadership style. Me personally, I'm good on it.
Yeah, I'm not really a fan. I'm not a fan of Westbrook either. I'm just harassing you about it. But John Wall is basically the same dude. So I mean, it depends if John Wall is motivated to play again. To really play. And I mean, like I said, he makes the same amount of money as Westbrook. I think. I'm gonna have to pull that up.
It's crazy because beggars can't be choosers, man. Beggars can't be choosers.
That's what I'm trying to make the point with you that the beggars can't be choosers. We can't be like, oh, let's get this guy and then we'll get this guy for the minimum and then we'll wait 2 years for this guy to sign but I mean,
Hey man, listen, I'm open to any point guard situation after I've been subjected to watch for the past, I think from 4 years. I watched Trey Burke, I watched Frank Ntilikina. What's the other guy that used to play point guard for us?
Yeah, so many bums. You can talk about Trey, not Trey.
not Trey Burke. No, I said Trey Burke already. We had Alec Burks. We had Alfred Payton.
Yeah.
Who else played point guard for us? Who else started?
Yeah, Moody I was playing for us.
Moutier, Manu Moutier. Oh my goodness. So at this point, it's like, hey, whatever, man. Vegas kid.
Well, check out Houston. Houston, they have John Wall. John Wall makes the same amount of money as Westbrook. So I mean, like a team like that, they would take maybe Kemba Walker, because they'll waive him. Nerlens Noel, they probably do the same thing, buy him out, that type of thing. They'll take these guys on, just to get rid of John Wall. Maybe get a first round pick out the deal. Just to get rid of John Wall, because John Wall is never going to play for them. So they're more inclined to get rid of that contract for nothing.
Damn, I would. Now looking at their roster right now, that's another. Their roster is going to be dependent on where they fall at in the lottery, because I don't see them trading. I don't see them trading for the players that we have to even give up for a trade, unless they want some vets on their team after they get their set pick. I don't want none of those. Like who they going to give us? They don't even have salaries to give out.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I mean, you're talking about vets too. Some of these vets like Alec Burks and Nerlens as well. They might actually be valuable for them just to have them on the roster. Just to be there, just to be that veteran leadership to help the young guys coming in.
No, that's a fact. Especially guys like Kevin Porter Jr. Those guys, they need vets around them. They need vets around them.
Yeah, I can see Alec Burke helping them over there. I can see Nerlens as well being a help over there off the bench. Just being that voice on the bench to talk to whoever needs to be talked to. And then, if you want to talk about like needing the top pick, they need the top pick. If they get one of those top guys, what is it, Panchero or the other the tall motherfucker, they get him. Even if they get anybody, they can't be choosy either. The best player available, they can take any of those top 4 guys.
Yes, they can. Yes, they can. So
I mean, a trade for John Wall makes sense for Houston, and it makes sense for the Knicks to make something happen between the two teams.
They do. Like I'm open to it. I don't like his leadership style. Not my cup of tea. But if John Wall is available, I mean, hey, it's better than Manu Moutier. It's better than what Alec Burks, what I watched last season. Kadeem Allen. Oh my goodness. Thank you, man. Thank you. I appreciate I appreciate the chat. I'm not on my last out today, but the next time I appreciate the chat, man.
Well, it'll be the same situation. We'll get John Wall, and we'll trade. Hypothetically, we'll trade the same 4 veterans that we traded before. So okay, like stick John Wall there. You got John Wall. You got RJ. You got Cam Reddish. You got Julius is still on the roster, and I guess you re-sign Mitch with John Wall as the point guard.
Yo, the dude sat. How you just don't want to play basketball? Like he said, like I don't want a guy like that. Like you don't got no where your fire at.
Well, the thing with John Wall, he thought that he was going to be traded, but these guys they just think they're so nice they're going to get traded. But he makes $47 million, so it don't make sense.
I understand. Get your money, player. Get your money. But God,
he wanted to play, but Houston didn't want to play him. Houston was like, "No, we can't use you."
Yo, that by all means, man. I take John Wall though. I mean, hey,
because it's the same situation. We'll get John Wall here, and then it'll still be the same 1-year contract where it'll be like a stopgap. Somebody like John Wall will probably take less money to add Bradley Beal. That situation makes a little bit more sense. John Wall with Bradley Beal. John Wall will take a little bit less money just so Bradley Beal can get here. So now you got Bradley Beal, John Wall in the backcourt again with RJ. Julius is still here, and then you got Mitchell Robinson.
I only disagree with that because John Wall said publicly that Russell Westbrook was the best teammate he ever had, and
who, Bradley Beal?
Yeah. So yeah. So I think I already know who Bill would come play with again if they had to choose.
Then we need to make the Westbrook trade.
I already connected the dots for us, man. I already kind of connected the dots. They played together already. So if that's the end, if that's what you trying to do, you trying to finagle that a little bit. All right, cool. Because I know Russell and Bill, I know they be talking. But another thing about that is Russ. What's his ego like? Like, because I know one of them quickly. Who's the point guard? And like, is he going? I need to know. I oh God,
Cool.
man, that draft
I mean,
class.
Westbrook is the point guard. He would have to be the point guard.
He would, but do you? It's so many factors. It's so much context behind it, man. It's so many things, man. We could go forever on
So,
behind
I
that.
mean, the thing is, like, you're not confident and quickly, right? But Westbrook's been doing it for how many years now? So he's gonna be the point guard. You know,
So basically, all right. Would I rather quickly start at point guard next season, or would I rather the Knicks let all the vets go and one trade? And would I rather the Knicks start Russ at point guard? What what would I rather want to see? What outweighs the other? Honestly, if you ask me, um, I'd rather get Russ and play all the kids. But I mean, if I'd rather get Russ and play all the kids. But at the same time, I would love to see quickly start for the Knicks next season. I would love for Tibbs to give him the keys. There is reports that some people in Knicks management want quickly to start next season at point guard. They want to see that situation fall through. That's if the Jalen Brunson stuff don't fall through. But I think Jalen Brunson is re-signing with the Mavericks. He's going to re-sign with the Mavericks. I'm not really.
yeah. I think he might go to Detroit, man.
He probably could go to Detroit too because Detroit got money. But at the same time, he might re-sign with Dallas because Cuban already said he's re-signing Jalen Brunson. So
Yeah, but Jalen Brunson didn't say that though. Jalen Brunson didn't say that he's signing with the Mavericks.
money talk the bullshit.
Yeah, but if Detroit had got money, he might want to play with them because they got Cade Cunningham and they got a lot of young guys over there.
All right, cute. Let him go. Hey, by all means.
And they might sign Mitchell Robinson too. You know.
I mean, hey, who's my center now?
No, I'm talking about Detroit though. I'm talking
I
about
know,
Detroit.
but who's my center after the stupid Knicks let Mitchell Robinson go?
What's the name? Gordy Dang.
Yeah, have a good night. Have a good night.
He's the shot blocking 3-point shooter that
yo, watch. Yo, we gotta stop saying his name because we're gonna manifest that. And I'm gonna get mad. Bro.
He wouldn't be so bad to have on the roster. You know, if he was to get rid of one of those guys, he wouldn't be so bad to have on the roster.
Yo, dog, we gotta get out of that mid player mindset, bro. I'm tired of mid.
Listen, Mitchell Robinson is a mid player, okay?
We don't know who
he is a mid player. Yo, Mitchell Robinson been in the NBA for 4 years. He is mid, okay? Quickly is mid. Quentin Grimes is mid. So everybody that we have is mid. Even RJ just started to play well. We got RJ and Julius Randle, and we got Fournier. But everybody wants Fournier gone. Everybody wants Burks gone.
Mid.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody's mid, right? So I mean, we have nobody. Even Julius Randle, nobody wants Julius Randle. You were saying that the 2010 and 5 don't matter. So everybody is mid.
In the context of the Knicks, it's mid. You just gotta have in the context of the Knicks, it's mid. You think Mitch is mid. I think Mitch is cool. I'm not saying he mid. I want to resign him because I know my man has no point guard within the past 4 years. No point guard whatsoever. And he still produced under the situations and circumstances that he's been under. So you can do that. And I want to see you get coached by David Fizdale. I want to see you get coached by Mike Miller. I want to see you get coached by Tibbs. Well, you got a guy who continuously get the ball in the high post, and his coach is actually screaming ISO. And you got to stand in the dunker spot and just, wait for the ball. This is why Mitch puts up.
Mitch Robinson shoots like this.
Yo, his jump shot is, he got to fix
shoots
that.
Like this.
His shot is ugly.
He shoots like that. He's been shooting like that for 4 years. Nothing has changed. Every time we see him do a workout video in the off season, he's shooting with some bum you never seen in some gym that looks like they just put it together like with freaking popsicle sticks. Playing with his cousins. With a do-rag on. You know what I'm saying? He's not getting better. He's not trying to get better. He sucks.
I don't know. I think different. I disagree with that.
Yeah, we had the same conversation with Frank Ntilikina. Frank Ntilikina for 4 years now, 5 years. People are still saying that, Frank Ntilikina is locking teams up when he's on the floor, and the dude is playing 7 minutes a game in Dallas.
Mitch is nothing like Frank Ntilikina, bro.
He's everything like Frank Ntilikina.
Hell no.
In the context of people saying that he's better than what he is.
No.
You can't say that he could do this or he could do that if he had this, if he had that. We were saying the same thing with Frank. If Frank had this, if Frank had that, then he would be this and he would be that. You know,
I got stats and eye test to back what I'm saying up, and my man had no point guard.
Who? Frank Ntilikina had no point guard?
No, Mitchell Robinson didn't have a point guard.
About Mitchell. I'm talking about Frank Ntilikina.
They're not comparable at all. I'm sorry, I disagree with that. It's no way.
The argument with Frank Ntilikina is that Frank Ntilikina needed this and he needed that and he needed this and then he'll be successful. That was the argument with Frank Ntilikina.
Okay, what's the argument for Mitch?
If he had this and if he had that, then he would be this, that, and the other.
My man had no point guard and shot 70-something plus from the field and improved every season. I mean,
you keep saying that. How is he shooting? What shots is he putting up? Is he shooting 70%? Shooting turnaround jump shots. Is he shooting 70% posting up on players in the NBA? Is he shooting 70%, averaging 20 points a game as a go-to scorer?
He's doing what his coach asked him. 1, 2, we had a point guard in Alec.
What coach? You said he never had a coach. You said he never had a coach.
His coaches is Fizdale, Mike Miller, and Thibodeau. Fizdale, Mitchell Robinson.
So when do you put the blame on the player? Because Mitchell Robinson to this day cannot make a layup. He shoots 77% from the field, but he hasn't shot a layup in 4 years.
I disagree.
Everything is a dunk with him.
I disagree with that.
Everything is a dunk. When was the last time you seen him take a jump shot? He took one jump shot in 4 years. Mid-range.
When was the last time we had a goddamn point guard in 20 years?
A point guard is not going to make Mitchell Robinson shoot a jump shot.
A point guard didn't make Tyson Chandler better after he left the Chicago Bulls.
What Tyson Chandler got to do with Mitchell Robinson? Tyson Chandler is better than Mitchell Robinson.
Mitchell Robinson is second in the league in blocks, second in the league with offensive rebounds. Matter of fact,
what does that have to do with a point guard?
What?
What does rebounding and block shots have to do with a point guard?
He's producing with
what does rebounds and block shots have to do with a point guard?
Because you're seeing what he's doing his job. Is he not doing his job? What does a point
guard have to do with a center getting rebounds and blocking shots?
So he won't be better at what he does with a better point guard, is what you telling me? It's like none of his numbers won't go.
Robinson will still be in the same spot, and if he had a better point guard, he'll still get the same shots. He'll still average 8 points per game. He'll still average 8 rebounds per game. He's not with a point guard. He's not all of a sudden going to get 15 rebounds. It's not going to happen because the point guard doesn't make a center rebound better.
Okay,
a point guard doesn't make a center rebound better. That doesn't make any sense.
In the context of when Tyson Chandler left the Bulls and he got to New Orleans and he was with Chris Paul. You get these guys with point guards, their numbers go up. You get DeAndre Jordan, his numbers go up.
No, DeAndre Jordan, that's not the right thing because DeAndre Jordan had no point guard his first year and he was 16-10 his first year. Okay.
Who? I need proof.
Listen, man. I'll give you the proof. You keep saying proof, but
hell no.
Pull up the stats right now.
Hell no. What?
That's the what you're saying. What you're saying is a myth. What you're saying is a myth. His stats did not change when Chris Paul came here.
DeAndre Jordan. What year the Clippers got Chris Paul in 2011? Or was it?
I don't know, but DeAndre Ayton wasn't on the Clippers. He was never on the Clippers. So we're
talking about you said DeAndre Jordan, bro.
No, we talking about Ayton, not DeAndre Jordan.
Oh my goodness, bro. That's why I said what, bro. When did Chris Paul get to the Suns?
2 seasons ago? He was there last year and this year.
Last year and this year?
Yeah. So right here, we're looking at his stats here.
What do you notice that's different? What do you notice that's different?
This is Aiden's rookie season here. All right, let me get the stats going.
I'm not leaving right now. What you say?
This is the roster for DeAndre Aiden's rookie season.
You said DeAndre Aiden. Oh, well, I'm looking at his stats on this computer, and since Chris Paul got there, he's shooting 63% from the field, and he's shooting.
Check the stats because the stats are exactly the same. If you want to talk about field goal percentages, that's on you. But the stats across the board is the same.
But percentages and winning is different.
That's not what we're talking about here. You said the point guard made DeAndre Aiden better. That he wasn't as good without Chris Paul, which isn't true.
He wasn't though. He wasn't.
The statistics are identical.
I mean, hey, he wasn't to me.
To you, to you is one thing, and to what the statistics say is a different story.
I hear you.
He averaged 16 and 10 his first year, 18 and 11 the next year without Chris Paul. He had 14 and 10 in Chris Paul's first season, which says that is his worst season as a pro so far. With Chris Paul as his point guard, and then this year he had 17 and 10 for this year. But last year under Chris Paul supposed to have made him better. Chris Paul gave him 14 and 10, which was his worst season as a pro so far with Chris Paul as his point guard.
But he still shot 63%, and then his win percentage skyrocketed, and he was in the playoffs and he went to the finals his first season with Chris Paul as his point guard.
I know, but you're saying that Chris Paul makes guys better, makes their stats better, and he did not. He did not make DeAndre's stats better.
I mean, I hear you.
He did not.
I disagree with that. I'm not.
He did not. He says right there, 14. He averaged 14 points and 10 rebounds last year with Chris Paul as his point guard.
Nobody noticed because he was winning 21 games.
But listen, we're talking about what you're saying.
We got to talk in the context of making the playoffs.
We can talk about the context about winning and stuff like that, but that's not what you said. You said Chris Paul makes guys better, and I was saying that's not the case with DeAndre Aiden.
I think that's the case because he started winning games. So his numbers before he started winning games, to me,
his numbers went down though.
He won 20. He won 20-some games, brother. Without Chris Paul as his point guard. Those stats mean something?
Yo, Mitchell Robinson, he hasn't won in 4 years. He won last year in the bubble, yes, but in 3 out of the 4 years that Mitchell Robinson been there, we've been pure shit.
So you think? Oh my God! Oh, it's 11. So you think Jalen Brunson or one of these guys? It's not even about Mitch, man. It's about his coach, man. His coach. What is Tibbs going to do to get him better shots? He's going to ask him to shoot the damn ball. I don't even care to argue about bigs right now when I'm watching all of these goddamn teams go small in the fourth. But I mean, it's cool. It's a great argument, but Knicks need to start winning, man. Tired of not.
So I mean, how did we get there? Because I mean, we just throwing the hypothetical stuff. This is only based off whatever rumors are popping up now. Because they basically bullshit rumors. All these rumors are based on fanspo. I was saying that at the beginning of the podcast before you came on. All these trade rumors all over Twitter is because of this website right here, the freaking Fanspo. If you look at the top, if I go to the tools trade machine, the first page, on the top of it, it'll say it has I guess I gotta go here. At the top of it, you'll see all the different people up top that's involved in trades and stuff. Where is it at? There, I think it should pop up at the top of the screen there. Or just here, these are all the popular trades here, the trending trades and stuff. Westbrook and the Knicks are in every trade just about. Look, LeBron, people are trading LeBron to the Knicks. The Knicks are in every trade here. So that's the only reason why all these names are popping up.
They gotta stop that nonsense, man. Putting the Knicks in every trade. They gotta stop.
So the bottom line, after all this stuff that we've been talking about, how do we get better? What's the right scenario to get better? Because every trade that we came up with is just not the right way to go. So then, what's the right way to go?
Well, we will see. I have no answer for you right now. I am dead smack tired. We will see.
All right. So Curly said we got to build organically. So building organically means that we just got to continue what we're doing. Don't add nobody and just keep building through the draft, and that's it.
Nah, man, not with that. Gotta explore all avenues. Gotta explore all avenues of how to make this team better. Because I'm just tired of watching certain stuff, and it's very annoying. Wait, hold on.
So listen, State's on the call, but I'm trying to get him to I'm trying to get him to like come to some kind of thing like how do we get better? Because I mean, if we trade for Westbrook, we need a 3-point shooter bit that could block shots. There is no such player. You know what I'm saying? Getting Westbrook is a way of getting talent here and deleting guys that we don't want. So that's just one way. But if we don't do that, then how do we get better? Cully says that we need to build organically, and that's through the draft like we've been doing, which the organization is doing a good job of getting young talent here. So I mean, we could get the young talent here, but if we're going to continue to build organically through these young guys, then Tom Thibodeau needs to go. Then that's not the right way to go. Having Tom Thibodeau there, grinding these guys out and not properly utilizing the roster that we have, getting better. So I mean, we're stuck between a rock and a hard place.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see, man. We'll see. We could definitely get back. We could definitely get back on tomorrow. I want I gotta go downstairs. Gotta go check some stuff for these people.
Okay.
Because I want to get. I'm basically like you right now. I've been doing like 15-hour shifts and stuff like that. So let me go. Let me go see what's up with that. But we could definitely finish this convo tomorrow. We'll see, man. At the end of the day, the Knicks, we need a point guard. We need one bad. Beggars can't be choosers. After what we've been through, anything is a viable option for me besides Alec Burks, man.
Everybody keeps saying that we need a point guard, but there is nobody available.
Nobody available, and that is the realistic thing that is so hurtful right now. And I'm easily swayed to say, give quickly the keys. So,
logically, like Cully's saying, that's the only way to go. To tell you the truth.
Because hey, let quickly get a shot. I'd rather sit here and argue with you next season. Why didn't he get that assist? Why didn't he do this? Then argue about another journeyman, man. I have no more energy for that.
All right, I got you, man. So I mean, go handle your business.
That's yes, Sully. It's way more questions because there's way more I want to get into. Because it's way more stuff that I want to get into. Because the center position and the point guard position for the Knicks is the positions that's questionable to me. Like that's the most questionable. But the point guard position in particular, if quickly I would love to see quickly get the keys, man. I would love to see him, man. It would be such a beautiful thing, man. I never envisioned the Knicks like drafting their own point guard and molding him, a guy who people who say like me who say he's not a point guard. So that would be very nice to see. Like, just prove us wrong. I'm all about being proven wrong. I don't like when I'm right, something bad happens. so you, hey, prove me wrong, man.
All right, State, man. You got to go do what you got to do.
Yeah, man. We get back at it tomorrow, same time.
All right, cool.
I'm out of here. Peace, you guys. God, appreciate you, King. God bless. And Sully, man, definitely, Sully, man, you gotta join the show soon, man. I'm sick of seeing you when I pull up on Uncle Freezy Pod. Shout out to Belong's Tears, and I pull up and I see you on there. And y'all never asked the homies to pull up, man. You gotta pull up on us on one of these days, man.
But Cully goes on Thursdays, I think usually. I think he said Thursday they usually go on. Yeah. Cully got his own show though. Cully got his own show on a freaking Belong's Tears.
I know. Yeah. I be pulling up sometimes. That's what I said. Like, you gotta pull up, man. You gotta pull up. But yo, Dolly, man, let me get out of here, man. Let me go ahead and do this. I'm out of here, man. Peace and love, you guys.
All right, peace, man. All right, man. So I mean, State's out of here. So I just want to get a couple things off my chest. All those trades that we posted here, everything that's in the thumbnail here before we get out of here. All these guys here, we're not getting none of these guys. Look, Miami Heat, Donovan Mitchell, they already got that sewn up. Nobody wants Westbrook here. Nobody wants John Wall here. Everybody keeps saying Brunson. The Knicks went to go visit Brunson and all this, that, and the other. But in order to get Brunson, we have to trade for Brunson. And who are we trading to get Brunson? Who does Dallas want that we have? And we're not trailing Julius Randle. So how the hell are we getting Brunson here? So I mean, that's the big question there. Is it possible to get Brunson? Anything is possible. But to say that it's so cut and dry to get Brunson here, it's not cut and dry. And if Brunson wants to not deal with the bullshit, he could just go sign with Detroit. If Dallas doesn't want him there, like they said, Dallas might sign Brunson, might just sign him because why not? The guy's playing great for them. Why get rid of something that's great for them, that's doing well for them? But if Brunson feel like that Dallas don't want them, then he could just go to Detroit outright and play with Cade Cunningham for the next 5 years. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it's just ridiculous. So after all this trade stuff, whatever, for me, the best case scenario is just to give quickly the keys, man. Alec Burke is not the answer, Tom Thibodeau. Give quickly the keys. Let him play, man. Maxi's doing his thing. Other teams are taking advantage of their rookies. Their second year. Quickly is about to be in his third year next year, entering his third season. Give him the damn ball. Change the offense. Pick up the pace. Instead of saying like, how are we going to guard other teams? How are we going to do this? How or other teams going to take advantage of us? When are we going to take advantage of other teams? Quickly has his own way of playing that we could take advantage of, and we can win with the way that he plays and be successful. So why can't we attack other teams rather than us standing around waiting to get gang raped every freaking night? I hate having a conversation from a standpoint where automatically we're getting jumped. You know what I'm saying? Why are we always getting gang initiated for every conversation that we have about the Knicks? When are we gonna come from a standpoint where we just gonna go and attack teams in the way that we play with our players? You know what I'm saying? So that's my gripe with Tom Thibodeau. We have talent on the roster. Not saying that we have championship talent, but at this point in Quickly's third year coming up, we don't know. This guy McBride, Cully said that he'd rather have McBride start. Give McBride the keys. McBride might make the next step, and he might actually be the starting point guard next year. Why not? But Tom Thibodeau is here. Is Tom Thibodeau going to give these guys the opportunity to play? Is he going to do that? That's the big problem. We have mad point guards on the roster. Even Archie, whatever his name is, Archie Nana, whatever his name is. We got him to be the third string point guard. We got guys to play point. We got shooters on the roster. Let's take advantage of what we have. Stop making Julius Randle do everything. We have other players that can do stuff. Cam Reddish, we already got a rotation. Man, are you fucking crazy? So anyway, that's basically the end of every conversation. It has to do with Tom Thibodeau. All this arguing and stuff about players and stuff like that is all a mute point. We really need to look within and build a roster that way. And that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time, man. You know what I'm saying? This Ebru out. Steve said we can go on tomorrow. We'll see. We'll see what we'll do tomorrow. But I'm gonna try to come on Thursday and Friday as well. We'll see if we can implement some new stuff to the channel. But anyway, this Ebru. Don't forget to subscribe to the fucking channel on the way out. Hit the like button, all this other stuff. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.